right, welcome back. We have our guests in the studio. Born October 1st, 1979. Wow, October 1st. Began her professional acting in 1999 and known for screen interpretation and professionalism. She's also a preacher, producer, entrepreneur, and leadership advocate with academic credentials spanning Nigeria and the UK. Good to have you on the show this morning.
Thank you.
You look lovely.
Yeah, welcome to the show. So
Thank
it's safe
you.
to say you're an independent celebrant. Okay?
Yes, I am.
Veteran
Yes.
too.
Yes, I am.
So you started acting professionally in 1999.
Yes,
What
please.
would you say actually, looking back now, what do you see now? What would you say actually changed through the growth, sacrifice, and all?
First, when you asked that question, I just went memory lane. Remembering the first day I was auditioned to play a character. And then I got on set and like you're excited about doing something, but finally the D-Day is here. And then I got on set and I'm looking at everybody had late Saint Obi was on set. Genevieve Naji was on set, and I'm looking at all those people. I'm like, my heart was beating. I'm like, I think after the whole thing, I was now asking myself, what's wrong with you? What is it? So looking back, I just said I should have focused more on building me before stepping in, because sometimes when you're not built, you walk in with a lot of timidity, and at the end of the day, it affects everything.
Okay. So what drew you to acting?
Poverty.
Wow.
Well, that was direct.
That was really direct. Like,
Yeah, because there's no need fooling around. I mean, I hear people sometimes, for the love of it, no, poverty, let's be honest. Because you come from a background, I came from a very, very humble background. So I understand. I happen to be the first daughter in my father's house, so I understand that a lot was on my shoulder. So I had to leave Kaduna State, where I was born, and I came to Lagos. So I didn't come because I love the act. I came because I need to feed my family.
I love it.
Yeah, poverty.
Okay, but Nollywood has grown since the 90s.
Yes.
What was it like back then compared to now?
One of the things that I would say had really become a huge landmark and a difference between what we had then and now, it's a lot of professionalism. One of the things that is to be noted, it's we had better storylines. We had people who were passionate about their jobs. We had people who were into it. Today, I think we have more people who just wants to play, people who just want the fame. So there's nothing pushing you. But in our own days, if you don't get it right, you won't get another job. So you have to get it right, and then your family is waiting for you. They have to eat food. Yeah, so it's a lot.
So that means it's safe to say discipline is a factor here.
Everything. Discipline is everything. Both for today and for then. It's discipline. Or else there would not be a measure of success.
So you're not just an actor, but also a preacher.
Yes.
Now talking about the preacher part, how did that calling begin?
Okay, first, before I even went into acting, there were lots of revelations that were coming because my father is a pastor. So there were a lot of revelations, and sometimes I was very stubborn, but my father would never join my mom to say, oh, this child is bad. No, he would say, God told me that this child would speak on his behalf. So for that reason, I know that whatever she's doing, she's going to come back to God. So that was a word that keeps, it was just in my face, it was in my head, it was everywhere. So I knew that God had his hand on me. I knew that God was interested in me. I didn't want it because, again, like I said, there was poverty here, and I needed to fend for not just me, but for my whole family. So I didn't want to answer the call of God because I just felt that all these pastors, they are suffering. I don't want to suffer, and but God told me if I would serve him, he would take care of me. So that was the key for me. And
what's it like balancing both film set and ministry? When it comes to also, taking certain roles that may conflict with your faith.
I try not to take them. Yes, I try not to take them. I remember when we used to do Heaven's Gate. Heaven's Gate was one of the popular soap operas then. One day we had a role. At this point, I was already married, and then I was playing my character Adiba, and I was told to do a kissing scene. At this point, I was already, fully in ministry. I wasn't running a church then. I was just in ministry. So I was told to kiss, and I'm like, no, Uncle Zeke, no, we are not doing this kissing thing. I was like, well, you used to do it. I said, now I can't do it because it's like when you do certain things, you go back to God, and then you feel all that guilt. And, so I had to draw the line to say there are things I just can't do. There are certain roles I just can't play.
Nice. That already answers the question of should you kiss, should you not kiss,
Yes.
based on your faith and
Yes.
So your no is no.
your
No is no. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
I like it.
You have to stand on what you believe in. That's the moral value
No matter
we
the
need to.
amount of money.
No matter the amount of value. And for us, I think for this generation now, I say this generation because of course, when you are both 40, then you are so
Yeah.
For this generation, I think that's a part that is being taken out in our day-to-day life, which is value. A lot of people are no longer thinking value. So it's no longer about character. It's more like I just want to succeed by all means necessary. And once you're desperate about something, it runs from you.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay. I think I will need to come for teaching. But yeah, you pursued your BSc.
Yes.
You gained, you had the certification, and then you recently also went for your master's.
Yes.
What actually inspired that move to go for the completion of an MSc? Considering where you're coming from, the pace, your progress,
Yes.
the struggles, and being the first, first daughter, that's the adult of the house.
Yes.
Then you have to my education has to be complete. I need to, clear that part. What inspired the move?
I always wanted to go to school, but I couldn't go because even the elder ones, I had a responsibility of training them. So that was my focus. I wanted to make money so they can go to school. And when I said yes to God, I never knew that truly God could keep his word. Like when he said, if you serve me, I'll take care of you. So it got to the point in ministry when the Lord said, I can't take you further than the knowledge you have. So it was like, go to school. And I'm like, Lord, no, now I'm now an apostle. I can't go to school now, because sometimes we think title.
Yeah.
title without wisdom, it's actually foolishness in disguise. So I had to go to school. I had to go. If I really wanted to go far with God and with man and become a better person to my community, it was important I had to go to school. So I had to go to school, get my BSc, and then when I thought we're resting from the BSc, said, no, we're not done. You need to do your master's. And then I had to go for a master's. And now again, I'm pursuing my PhD now.
That's
So
nice.
it's just plenty things.
Nice.
Plenty
Education
things.
never stops.
No, it never stops.
Congratulations. And also you're admired for your, would I say, portrayal of your different roles. What do you do when you want to prepare for a character or a role? What's the preparation process like?
To be honest, I don't do anything.
Oh.
I just read my script and I sit down and I stop being Winifred. That's it. It's a miracle. I stop being Winifred, I become the role and I play.
Okay, talking about the roles now, what kind of roles really excite you? Like, when they give you this particular role, I'm super excited, I really want to act it, I want to get into character.
I like challenging roles.
Like,
Get me out of my character. I like action films. Yes, I like action films.
Wow.
I like bad boy, bad girls.
so you can play the role of an FBI agent.
I love it. I love it.
When you get arrested.
When we have to catch the crooks, I love it. I love it.
Now, do you feel that crafts is really taking a backseat now and it's more of clout and, influencer-driven drama when it comes to Nollywood? Fast, because social media is so fast-paced now. So it's more a priority of numbers and clouds over those who really know the craft.
It's always been, but I think it got worse along the line. where it's no longer about professionalism. It's no longer about who really knows what they are doing. It's now about the drama. It's now about the show. It's now about the likes, the clicks. You know, like, oh, how many followers do you have? How many? It's not about the politics. When you leave the shores of this country, then you now realize that it's not about the clicks. It's not about the likes. It's about your skills. That's where life is different.
Nice.
Because what we do here is who you know, where do you know, who are you connected to. So as long as you know somebody, with your stupidity, pardon that language, but you know, you're gonna make it. Not if you're daft, as long as you know somebody. But when you leave the shores of this country, it's a different ballgame. That's where you have a doctor having to work in a warehouse. You have a lawyer who is a lawyer in Nigeria, but they have to work in a warehouse. Why? Because their certificates and all of the drama we build here is not accepted. What's accepted is your skills. And you now realize that we actually do not have skills.
It's pretty interesting to know that you have skill in speaking multiple languages. That's interesting to know, and I'm sure that must have aced your career a little bit. Now, talking about values, what leadership values guide you in both ministry and media?
Just like you said, I pride myself into just knowing how to do more, and I'm still doing that. You know, on the first day of this year, I went online and I said to ChatGPT, I said, I always call ChatGPT Uncle ChatGPT. I said, Uncle Chats, tell me, what are the 3 powerful skills I need to learn this year? And then he gave me this powerful, you know, skills. One of them, he says, is communication. It's a build your skills in communication, because the whole world revolves around speaking, around, even if you're not in front of the camera, you still have to speak to someone. So I think that one of the things that I have done is to never stop building me, so I can fit in anywhere I find myself. Yes, I just never stop. Every day I want to do it. Even this morning I had to do it. I just spent 2 hours first thing in the morning building me.
Nice.
Very important.
All right, just other future projects in the work, because beyond just acting, you're also a performer and you're also a producer. So what are the upcoming projects you might have in the works? And of course, I know you mentor young women. So just all the different aspects of you that maybe are coming to light in the next, maybe this whole of this year, because the year is still early.
Yes. First, let's say one of the major projects that I just started it in Birmingham, United Kingdom. It's a project, free food for those who cannot afford it. So I'm doing a partnership with certain companies in Birmingham to ensure that people can actually have access to free food, especially immigrants. Why I'm doing that in the United Kingdom, because I'm doing that also in Nigeria, where in our church, what we do, literally almost every other Sunday, we get to provide free food. We call it Jesus Kante. We just provide free food for people to make sure that you don't have issues with eating. You don't have issues with food. You are able to eat freely. So some of the projects we're working on is just alleviating the burdens of the people. For me, it's about people. I do ministry. You know, people have this interpretation of pastors like, oh, it's money stuff. Yeah. But not for me. You know, I tell people that I have traveled here several times from Nigeria to different countries to go and preach, and I didn't take work. Wow. And this is my assistant. Sometimes I buy tickets. We go to, I think the last one we did a 5-tour country. We didn't take an offering.
That's a whole level of consecration and faith.
We did not take an offering. In fact, sometimes we finish, I tell her that the Lord gave me an instruction to sow a seed there. Wow. So I take the one that I carry come, I sow. then we'll be going home.
Unfortunately, we need to wrap up. It's
Yeah.
been a very impressive and a beautiful conversation. Thank you so much for coming. Of course, what you do reminds us that true influence is not just about spotlight, but it's about purpose. And that's what you are shining to so many people and young ladies who are also watching. Thank you so much for coming through on the show. We normally would have done a rapid fire film
Yes.
set or church stage, which gives you more adrenaline.
Church.
Is it drama or inspirational roles?
Inspirational roles.
One word that describes you in 2026.
Purpose.
Nice.
Ah.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for coming through on the show.
Thank you so much.
This will be wrapping up. But remember, word of the day. Word of the day, yes, is admit it when you're wrong, and never make the same mistake again. That's in Kem Dilim Bego. Man of the Year is coming up on March 1st. Be there. Red carpet starts 5 p.m. at the Eco Convention Center, and all the extraordinary people that have been awarded.
Yes.
Next, we'll be giving you briefs back to back. We have our extraordinary personality, Dave Umai, extraordinary achievement, Tony Lumilio, lifetime achievement, Joke Silva.
And then we have our influencers and trailblazers, Omonio Bully, A.Y. Makun, and also the Minister of the Year, Festus Kiyamo.
Governor of the
Yes,
year,
Governor of
Basio
the-
too.
yes.
State Governor. All right, thank you so much for watching. Remember, you can watch the show live. Sorry, set live
Yes.
on YouTube and of course,
And then playback.
silvertv.com/live. So
Yes.
we'll see you on Monday. Have a beautiful weekend.